Crisis, they seem to bring out both the best and the worst in us. You tend to see a rise in compassion and kindness, where we're worried about someone having the ability to, can they get their food, or someone not having a home, a family losing a mother or a father, and those that are older and unable to fend for themselves. And all this at the same time, there can also seem to be an increase of hatefulness and selfishness. That mentality of, I'm going to make sure I'm not suffering. Suffering in things like your food, your clothing, your health. And all of this is so important on a personal level, but not at the lack of caring for others. And what I notice is, the longer the shadow of a crisis continues, there tends to be a form of apathy, a numbness towards the pain and disappointment, and towards compassion. Let's talk about that today on Monday Mastery Moments with Michelle. Hey, Michelle O'Neill here, and I just want to get right to the discussion. At the beginning of the pandemic, there seemed to be an overreaching amount of fear, but what also seemed to rise was a desire to care about those around us, to look beyond their differences and focus on the similarities, the common struggles, and how the solutions we found could benefit each one of us. There was a desire to help relieve the pain and the struggles of others. But as time went on, let me ask you this. Have you noticed you have become maybe a little bit more intolerant of those who aren't on the same page as you? I know I have. Even a bit of that within myself I've seen. And as things continue to drag on, have we totally lost the desire to coexist and communicate as people? Have our social bubbles become smaller and smaller? Now, at first they were forced, these social bubbles, but now many of these inclusive bubbles are even desired. And as we close ourselves off, we slowly grow this skin of intolerance towards others, even those within our own families. So how do we break through this? And why is it even important? Why am I standing before you today? We're not meant to live alone. We were created for relationships and connection. If we're not connected to others, we're disconnected from life. We thrive on connection, and it grows us as individuals as well as keep us accountable to each other. And when we hold ourselves from building and fostering relationships, we're selling ourselves short. We're living short. And so I ask you, are you content with knowing that? So back to the intolerance things. How about fear of what we don't understand? There are many reasons for this intolerance. It all boils down to one thing: fear. Fear of not being liked, fear of being judged, fear of someone or something being different. And I'd like to challenge that fear and break through that intolerance with each other. When we exercise curiosity and understanding, it puts us on a pathway to breaking that fear. And little do we know, our social intolerance and or tolerance is the barometer of our success and the health of our personal, local, and global communities. We need to break out of the rut and start taking positive steps in life. We may be stuck, but we don't have to stay there. Question the root of your frustration. Is it legit? Is it infringing on a real boundary? Are you negating someone else's right to boundaries? Working on these simple but hard-hitting questions can help you feel happier, more confident, and more in control of your life this week as you continue to master your Monday. Hey, did you like the post and the video? Make sure you check out this week's Mastering Your Monday podcast, where I actually got together with my guest co-host, Raven Waterman, who is our resident therapist, and we discuss how social tolerance and or intolerance can play out in our lives today. I'll drop a link in the comments below. I'm so glad that you took a few minutes to join me today on Monday Mastery Moments with Michelle. I would be honored if you took the time to comment below and share your thoughts and ahas with me today. This is a conversation, and I look forward to seeing you next week as we come together to master our Monday and build a life where we can enjoy the success without the sacrifice. Take care. Bye-bye.